Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. I'm Emmanuel, I'm an airline pilot, and welcome back to another sector in the Aerosoft CRJ. Today we're going to fly from iniBuilds' brand new Dallas Fort Worth over to Fly2High's brand new Birmingham Shuttleworth, which is a real-world flight operated by PSA, respectively American Airlines. Now, thank you very much to both developers for giving me copies of their sceneries for the purpose of today's flight. And then I'd say without any further ado, we are just going to jump right into it so that we can start our pre-flight procedures. So follow me inside through the updated cabin of the Aerosoft CRJ here. I still really love the fact that they just updated the entire cabin for free. Superb modeling in here and, well, a superb little regional airliner to fly sectors like this. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a seat on the captain's seat over here, but before we are going to start going through the entire flight plan, let's just go ahead and do a very quick power-up procedure over here. So starting with the safety checks, the circuit breakers are in, the nose wheel steering switch is off, the hydraulic pumps are all off, then we got the landing gear lever down, the spoiler, well, wait a moment, I said down, like that. The spoiler lever is up, the flaps are up, and the radar is switched off. Then going further down, the emergency flap switch is in the off position, the emergency gear extension is guarded, and then we can go ahead and turn on the electrical power in form of the battery master. And with the battery on, let's quickly jump into the electronic flight bag over here and start with connecting our ground power units, which should be in place now. Alright, so here we go. Trucks are in place and ground power unit is connected. Let's go ahead and fire that thing up. Here we go. Then we can move down and switch our IRSs both into the nav position. The emergency equipment is checked, gear and safety pins are on board, airplane documents are checked. Then we do a very quick check of the hydraulic 3A pump. So let's go down to the hydraulic system display like that. 3A pump is coming on, and actually that's the first one. Yep, so hydraulic 3A pump is on, pressure is checked, and then we can switch the 3A pump right back off again. Alright, finally we will go into the FMS initialization once we've checked the flight plan. With that we've completed our initial power-up, so let's go ahead and have a look into today's plan. So this is what our flight plan looks like today. We are departing Dallas and then right over to Birmingham in pretty much a straight line. There are a couple of turbulent areas reported here for our climb out. Area number 3 is moderate turbulence to level 340. That's why we've planned to cruise in level 350 today, and then the rest of the flight to Birmingham is good. Now, in terms of weather, Dallas, superb weather conditions here. Wind coming from the north, and Birmingham 32012, they have a runway 24 over there. So mostly crosswind, broken clouds and 760 degrees. Overall, nice weather conditions. Our outlet in Atlanta is going to be beautiful as well. A couple of gusts, nothing significant. All fine for flying. Now with that in mind, let's have a look into the flight plan. Departing at 17:45, we are going to arrive like 15 minutes ahead of schedule. Our weights are not critical, and remember guys, those are freedom units over here, aka pounds. So don't think that a CRJ would weigh up to 84 tons. Alright, flight level 350 is planned, and then going down into the fuel section, we got 9,000 pounds of fuel for our off-block, plus 400 taxi. Let's round it up, we go with 10,000 pounds, and then we're absolutely fine. Alright, so 10,000 pounds is decided, very easy decision today. So let's go right down into our EFB once again, performance, and well, first of all, let's go flight plan. Import the OFP please from SimBrief. Here we go. Then for the performance, we can basically grab all of that from our sim. So 79 passengers are going to be on board. This stuff should obviously not be in kilos today because we are flying in the United States. So here we go, everything in pounds now, and we got zero fuel weight. Where is it actually? Payload 15,900, and according to our flight plan, should have payload of 18,600. So actually a little bit less here. Something like that. 15.7 is looking quite okay. Alright, happy with that. Fuel, give me... Oh, that was too much. Here we go, 10,000, looking good. Set payload and simulator. And that should hopefully include the fuel as well. And yes, it does. Alright, lovely. So all that good stuff is done. Then we are basically ready to commence our boarding. Now, I would love to use GSX for that today. But ever since the latest 3.7.6 update, I'm only getting an eternal loading screen and nothing else happens. And I did try to restart Throttle and all the standard stuff that you do, but nothing works. And, well, I suppose that much goes for that GSX update. Alright, so we'll just close that thing again and we'll just imagine that boarding is in progress over here. So, that leads us right down to our FMS setup. So, for that, let's get our SimBrief dispatch page up over here, and I will be using my WinWing Airbus MCDU in order to do my inputs, just like I will be using the WinWing Airbus FCU and EFIS control panels to operate my panels, all done through MobiFlight Profile, making it nice and easy. Alright then, so we've got a current nav database, then we can go to the position initialization, and we will simply copy the GNSS position over here. Then, flight plan, we are departing KDFW with the destination KBA... Oh, what is it doing? That was one too many. KDFW, destination KBHM. Right, our alternate is in Atlanta, and our flight number... Juliet India Alpha, what do we have there? 5316. Alright, like that. So then, let's go to departures and arrivals. And we are going to depart off runway 35 left, hopefully. And we got the Fork 3 departure, which is this one. Alright then, flight plan, next page. So this one leads us all the way to Fork. Then we are going to proceed direct Echo Lima Delta, direct India Golf Bravo. Hey, what is that doing? Alright, India Golf Bravo, and then direct Nests. And then we can go for the arrival. Well, looks like we might have to execute this thing first. Alright, so departure arrival index, arrival, ILS approach runway 24, which is active at the moment with vectors, and that's it. Okay, cool. Flight plan and performance in it. Fuel is 10,000 pounds. We don't have any payload data yet. Flight level 350, and the diversion would be in flight level 230. Like that. So, plan 0 fuel weight, we can take from up here, 67,500. Like that. So, next page, couple of winds. Do we need anything there? No, not really. Tailwind 86 knots, so I'm just gonna call it 270. Hello. Sometimes it's doing strange things. So, 270 at 86, and that's it. Right, VNAV setup 250 below 10,000, transition 180, target speed 290 and 0.74. Looks okay. For the cruise 300/0.77. Flight level 350, and we'll do the descent later on in the actual descent. Alright, so that's all looking good. Then let's go for the performance, where we can go for a 55-degree flex temperature for today's takeoff. Why is that invalid? Well, let's try 45. That works. Alright, then we'll just select that. And finally, let's go ahead and cross-check the route. So, charts, use flight plan airports, origin Dallas, SITs, and we need the Fork 3 RNAV departure, which is this one. Okay, let's first of all get rid of all those other aircraft. Which button is it? It's this one, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, so straight ahead on a 356 heading to intercept the 013 inbound to Meckel above 4,000. And we got 356 to intercept 013 inbound Meckel above 4,000. Then we'll continue via board 6,000, Jimmy 7,000. And that's board in 6, Jimmy in 7. And then we fly towards Hanu, Lying, and Fork. And down here we got Hanu, Lying, and Fork. And that's it. Alright, easy going. Initial climb is published as 10,000, and 10,000 is pre-selected. All the rest is looking good, so let's go down to the MFD menu, and I want the window, I want speed, altitude, and missed approach, and that's it. And the same thing on the right hand side, please. Like that. Perfect. So that's our FMS setup. Then we can go over the rest of our flight deck real quick. DC services are coming on, fire test is looking good. Nav light is coming on. Then in the middle, everything is set. Hydraulic pumps can remain off for the time being. Landing altitude, well, let's see what our field elevation is. 606, so we are going to set that first. Status page, oh, that was a little bit much. Let's see, 320, so a little bit more than that. 520. And that's it, 600. Okay, packs can remain off. Reset fan is coming on, and windshield heat is coming on. Signs are on. Then moving down to the side. There isn't all that much we got to do here, but I will switch the VOR indications on. We don't really need an MDA at the moment. That's good. Traffic, radar terrain is on radar. That's good. And our QNH can come later when we get the ATIS. The same goes for here. So, light test is all looking good on lamp 1, and the same for lamp 2. Is looking good as well. Beauty. Alright, then frequencies will be done later. We want to listen to VHF 1 and 2 and also to the inner phone, and that means we need a little bit of volume down there as well. 1, 2, 3. Okay, transponder stays off for the time being. We can turn on the standby radios down here. Snap trim and MAF trim engaged, yaw damper engaged, even though I'm not 100% sure if that works before we have a complete IRS alignment, but we'll get there for sure. Alright, and that's all the stuff down here done that we could do for the time being. Just going over here, see if there is anything unexpected. But no, doesn't look like it. Yaw damper caution is still on, but as soon as the alignment has finished, we'll have that under control. Alright, then let's go ahead and use that time to grab our ATIS. So, Dallas Airport info. Departure rate is 135925. And we can just put that active down there.
Romeo. Dallas Fort Worth International Airport. Information Romeo. 1653 Zulu. Arriving runways 36 left, 35 right, 31 right, 35 center. Departing runways 35 left, 36 right, 31 left. Wind 010 at 10. Visibility 10. Sky conditions, broken at 7500 feet. Temperature 9er. Dew point 1. Altimeter 3046. Density altitude -500 feet. Jet blast caution on the ramp, Stay alert for wake turbulence.
Okay, 3046.
Advise on initial contact. You have information, Romeo. Dallas Fort Worth International Airport. Information, Romeo. 1653 Zulu. Arriving runways 36 left.
Okay,
35 right.
ATIS Romeo is on board. That's basically all we need. Okay, so clearance is on 12825.
Wind 010 at 10. Visibility 10. Sky conditions. Broken at 7500.
It's a little bit sensitive when I'm typing something using the MobiFlight profile. That may be something to check out with an update for the MobiFlight profile. But then again, can't complain. MobiFlight is done through community volunteers, so I'm basically happy that we got that stuff at all. Alright, so what's our call sign? Blue Strike 5316. Alrighty, let's go ahead and get our clearance. Dallas Fort Worth clearance, Blue Strike 5316, information Romeo, request IFR clearance to Birmingham Shuttleworth.
Give me 1 second for that clearance.
Okay, toga mode is pre-selected and the IRS alignment is complete. Beautiful, then we can also engage the yaw dampers.
Blue Streak 5316 cleared to Birmingham via the Fork 3 departure, then is filed. Climb and maintain 10,000. Expect flight level 35010 minutes after departure. Departure on 118.55, squawk 1341. Expect runway 35 left.
Blue Strike 5316 is cleared to Birmingham via the Fork 3 departure, initial climb 10,000, 350 10 minutes after, departure 1855, squawk 1341. Okay, so
35316 read back correct.
35 left, Fork 3, 10,000 and departure 1855. We'll pre-select that in a few moments and squawk 1341. Here we go, and then 1855 like that. We'll just put that into number 2 standby and 115 into number 2 active. Okay, beauty. So all that good stuff is done. Let's clear that scratch pad. And that's it. Alright, so for the departure briefing, please. We're leaving Dallas, and we are doing that on the Fork 3 departure, initial climb 10,000, MSA around is 4,000, and extra fuel and time we got 400 pounds, giving us about 10 minutes. So no hotspots for our taxi routing, stop margin is plenty, and we've got an engine outside straight at 25 miles to pick up a holding over there, climbing 4,000, then we can come back. 3.5 right is available, 3.6 left is available. Basically, more than enough runways, not even anything to be concerned about. Our departure has nothing special and nothing non-standard, and I do not see any threats for the departure, do you? No? Beautiful. So that's our briefing completed. Well then, let's go for the power-up checklist and the cockpit checklist. And just before we do that, oxygen test is looking good down here. Okay, so power-up checklist, park and brake. On, carbons and pins removed, oxygen mask is checked, 1840 psi, system panels checked and set. Cockpit checklist. Passenger signs, on, pressurization set, altimeters, QNH 3046. EFIS and CAS checked, FMS checked, IRS aligned, nose wheel steering off, cockpit checklist complete. Alright, then it's our turn to say hello to our guests. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning from the flight deck. This is your captain speaking. My name is Emmanuel, and in the name of American Airlines and PSA operating this flight on this beautiful CRJ900, I would like to welcome you all on board of our flight to Birmingham Shuttleworth. Today's flight time is going to be 10 hours 15 minutes, expecting a smooth flight and an on-time arrival. Thank you very much for being on board. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight with us. And if there's anything we can do for you to make it more enjoyable, please don't hesitate to ask any of our charming cabin crew. Thank you very much for your attention, and again, welcome on board. Okay, so APU. Waiting for the door to open. Here we go. Start. Then let's have a look at our takeoff performance. So we got zero fuel weight of 62.5 and 67.5 was planned, so we're actually down quite a bit. So 62,500, and this is made up from 68 passengers. I think we're missing 10 passengers there, that's probably the problem. And 1,115 pounds cargo. Like that, giving us 62.5, so that's all good. Execute, and then we can go for our takeoff performance, please. So flaps 8, dry runway, and we can set that all. And here we go, everything's set. Okay, perfect. Then we are done with our setup. The APU is available, so the ground power can be disconnected. Packs are coming on. Okay, lovely. So let's see what the ground frequency is and call for our pushback. One last try for GSX. No? Okay. Alright, so in the real world we'd call the ramp. In sane tensions we are going to call ground, and we are on the eastern side of the airport here, so it's going to be ground east to 12165. Nope, GSX isn't working, so be it. Okay, so that stuff's done. Then we can remove all the ground equipment, please. So disconnect, close, 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 remove jetway. And in a few moments, you will see that the CRJ can actually realistically take a jetway. If we just quickly go to the outside view over here, you'll see that the guardrails from the door can be folded down, and like that you can actually connect the jetway to a CRJ. It's quite nice, isn't it? Alright, so that stuff's done. Then we can close that door, please. Right, so doors closing, chocks are removed. Then we will be using Aerosoft's Toolbar Pushback Pro today. Connect the tuck. Are you kidding me? The tuck is right in front of us. Okay, just remove that message, please. Because that would be embarrassing if that stayed for the whole flight. I mean, it's just a €10 add-on, but you gotta be able to do better than this, huh? Okay, anyway, let's call for pushback clearance. DFW ground, Blue Strike 5316, request pushback and startup. That message seriously gonna get stuck here now?
Blue Streak 5316, pushback and startup approved, tail north.
Pushback and startup approved, tail north, Blue Strike 5340.
Runway 35 left.
Okay, cockpit checklist. No, sorry, before start push checklist. Mobile devices off, beacon on, hydraulics set, doors
American 3267, runway 35 left taxi.
closed, park and brake,
Kilo
set,
Echo
fuel
Romeo.
pumps and quantity.
Runway 35 left taxi via spot 28.
So there's 10,000 pounds on board, 9,400 pounds required, and we got 2 pumps on. Takeoff data, set, transponder, set on 1, before start push checklist complete. Okay, so park and brake is off.
2988, runway 35 left taxi.
Now let's try this. Start manual pushback, please.
Echo Romeo.
And look at that, even though there is a tuck. Unbelievable.
Lima Echo Romeo, American 2988. American 3301 ready to taxi.
Alright, ground flight deck, please let us know as soon as we can start the engine.
Runway 31 left taxi.
I just have to go to the outside view here to drive that pushback manually.
American 3301.
Welcome aboard American Airlines flight 999 ready to taxi. Heading to Birmingham.
SkyWest 4999.
Alright, so something like this looks okay with me.
Runway 36 right taxi via spot 49er Kilo Bravo.
Ouch, that hurt.
SkyWest 49er.
Okay, parking brake is set, and then we're ready for engine start. Sequence 2 then 1, beginning with number 2 now.
SkyWest 49er.
Right, engine start.
35 left taxi via spot 49er Kilo Echo.
And 2.
Set all electronic devices to flight 295 ready to taxi. Remember, smoking and e-cigarettes.
There's 20%.
American 1295, runway 36 right taxi via spot 122, Whiskey Kilo, Foxtrot, Whiskey Romeo.
Over your nose and mouth and breathe.
Runway 36 right taxi via spot 122, Whiskey Kilo, Foxtrot, Whiskey Romeo, American 12905.
In the aircraft. Follow the floor
American 2783 ready for pushback.
in case of evacuation.
American 2783, cleared.
Alright, ground, that's a good start on engine 2, starting engine 1.
Push and start approved, American 2783.
And 2.
All the details. Thanks for your attention. And enjoy.
Giving way to the SkyWest CRJ900, American 606.
651, ready to taxi.
20%.
Envoy 3651, runway 36 right taxi via spot 107, spot 110, Golf, Whiskey Romeo.
Runway 36 right taxi via spot 107, spot 110, Golf, Whiskey Romeo, Envoy 3651.
Okay, ground, we have 2 good engine starts. Please prepare the airplane for taxi. See you with a clear signal on the left-hand side, please, and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.
American 1376, runway 36 right taxi.
And here we go.
Kilo Bravo, Foxtrot, Whiskey Romeo.
Runway 36 right taxi.
So, all
via
that
spot
stuff
23,
is
Kilo
coming
Bravo,
on. No,
Foxtrot,
not
Whiskey
you,
Romeo,
but
American
you.
1376.
Bleed control to the engines, and then reverses, armed, flaps. 8. And finally the flight controls,
Blue
please.
Streak 5443.
Full up. Full down.
SkyWest CRJ,
Neutral.
American 1401.
Full left. Full right. Neutral. Rudder. Full left.
American 2783.
Full right.
36 right taxi
And
via
neutral.
2 Kilo Bravo, Foxtrot, Whiskey Romeo.
Alright, after start checklist. Any eyes? Off, low, on.
36 right taxi.
AC/DC is a great band and the system is checked. Fuel flow,
Whiskey
automatic, CAS, checked, no-fill steering, armed, after start checklist complete. Blue Strike 5316, request taxi.
Blue Streak 5316, runway 35 left taxi via spot 53, Bravo, Lima, Echo Romeo.
Runway 35 left, taxi via spot 53, Bravo, Lima, Echo Romeo, Blue Strike 5316. Alright, so the spot 53 is right down here, then Bravo, Lima, and Echo Romeo is gotta be the one at the very full end. Alright,
ready to taxi.
clear left side, clear right side,
American 3125.
tax slide on, park and brake released.
Whiskey Lima, Foxtrot,
Let's get
Whiskey
going.
Romeo.
Runway 36 right taxi via spot 142, Whiskey Lima, Foxtrot, Whiskey Romeo, American 3125. American 156.
If any one of you knows a way to get rid of that TOC not available message in the top there, do let me know please, because that is annoying.
Whiskey Romeo.
Runway 36 right taxi via spot 133, Golf, Whiskey Romeo, American 1562.
Okay, so spot 53 is gonna be next to the right. Gotta be over here. So where that sum 3 is going down there.
American 2719er, taxi to parking via Echo 2, Whiskey Kilo, spot 122.
Echo 2, Whiskey Kilo, spot 122, American 2719er.
I just love these complicated airports, like Dallas is. Alright, there's spot 53 right down here, and then we follow the 737. The American is waiting up there, or at least I hope it is. Okay, so here's Bravo, and then we are going to turn on to Lima, and then down to Echo Romeo.
American 1945.
So Lima is the full length, so second to the right.
American 1945, taxi to parking via Romeo 2, Zulu, November, Echo, Echo, Kilo, Zulu, Golf, spot 118. Romeo 2, Zulu, November, Echo, Echo, Kilo, Zulu, Golf, spot 118, American 1945.
Ooh, interesting drift that he's doing with his 737.
Giving way to the company 73 Max, American 12905.
Okay, so he's clear on the right hand side, and we are clear on the left hand side. And now kindly stop drifting and start rolling. Yeah, that's looking better. Alright, excellent. Then let's review the takeoff briefing. It's a left seat takeoff, runway 35 left, flaps 8, noise abatement procedure 2, takeoff speeds 137, 138, 145, and flap retraction at, I think that was 180 in this airplane, wasn't it? Let's actually see real quick. Yeah, clean speed 196, so we'll retract the flaps at 196. Alright, apart from that, I've got nothing special. The SID is an initial slight right-hand turn, 013 inbound to the first waypoint. And looking down at the nav display, it doesn't actually seem to draw that. Or is it that... No, that's my heading bug. Okay, well, 356 to intercept 013. Looks okay down here, so hopefully by the time we're airborne, that is going to be a little bit more correct than it is right now. Well, apart from that, engine out straight at 25 miles and pick up a holding in 4,000, then we can come back. Weather is good, plenty of runways available, and that's it. Do you have any questions or suggestions on the briefing? Nope. Okay, so that's our briefing completed. Then, taxi checklist, please. Flaps, 8. Flight controls, checked. Trims, green and 7.5. Thrust reversers, armed. EFIS and CAS, checked. BTMS, 0. And cabin, ready. Taxi checklist complete. So, looks like we got 1, 2, 3, 4 aircraft in front of us.
5316, contact tower on 124.15, safe flight.
124.15, Blue Strike 5316, see ya. Okay, so a couple more aircraft in front of us. And let's stop it over here and see departure. That was 1855, wasn't it? Interesting. No idea where that went. But here we go, 1855 is set. Can clear any of that stuff down here. Okay, so the first one's gone. The next one is lining up. Oh, I like it when things are going that smoothly.
1534 contact ground on 121.85.
That's what I love about airports like these. It's just busy. On Vatsim, this would be a super busy evening. With same tensions, you can kind of have it all the time.
1055 winds calm, runway 35 center, cleared to land.
And they are getting a lot better. Okay, so the A321 is rolling, and the 73 is hopefully going to line up in a moment. There would have been a time where I would have said like, well, let's give it a while until we are ready to go here. But not any longer. See, the 737 is also lining up already.
American 479.
They're doing progress, and they're doing very good progress.
31 right, cleared to land.
Okay, nobody coming from the right, then we can go ahead and taxi behind the 73 over there.
American 3192, contact ground on 121.85.
Envoy 3551 short of 31 left, ready for departure.
Envoy 3551, winds 360 at 10, runway 31 left, cleared for takeoff.
31 left, cleared for takeoff, Envoy 3551.
Okay, APU indications are still here. Let's shut that thing down. How's looking bad?
Departure for American 3176, good day. United 79.
Alright, the 73 is rolling.
360 at 10, runway 36 left, cleared to land.
Ooh, that is looking
36 left, United 7.
aggressive. Ouch. That guy must have learned at Ryanair. Look at that, when I'm releasing the brakes, the CRJ actually does start rolling here.
Good day.
Alright, so next guy is sent to departure, then it should hopefully be the turn for this gentleman in front of us. Yep, he's flying over there.
43, holding short of 35 left, ready for departure.
And that was
Blue
it.
Streak 5443, winds 360 at 10, runway 35 left, cleared for takeoff.
35 left, cleared for takeoff. Blue Streak 5443.
Tower, good morning, Blue Streak 5316, ready for departure.
Hold short of 36 right, United 79er.
Blue Streak 5316, KDFW Tower, runway 35 left, winds 360 at 10. RNAV Mech-L, cleared for takeoff.
That's interesting. Just to confirm, we still have an aircraft in front of us, Blue Streak 5316. I mean, that guy had takeoff clearance a while ago. I bet he's probably frozen there.
Blue Streak 5316, negative, no aircraft in front of you. Cleared
Yep,
takeoff,
for some
runway
reason he's
35
frozen.
left.
35 left, cleared for takeoff, RNF to Mech-L. Blue Streak 5316. Yeah, see, now it's despawning. Cabin crew, prepare for departure. So, radar is coming on. Lights, strobes, and are you ready? Okay. So, then let's do a nice lineup. And we are cleared for takeoff.
American 644, winds calm, runway 36 left, cleared to land.
36 left, cleared to land. American 644.
Thrust set.
American 479, contact ground on 121.85.
Switching to ground, American
100 knots. Checked.
United 79er, hold short of runway 36 right.
V1, rotate.
Hold short of 36 right, United 79er.
Positive climb. Gear up. Okay, I guess we probably just have to use heading mode for the time being, since we're just missing that first line here. So it's 013 inbound, so we just
contact departure.
over to departure, Blue Streak 5316. Alrighty.
79er, cross runway 36 right.
So give me something like that, 013 inbound.
Cross 36 right, United 79er.
Okay, bug up. Give me 210 at first. Dallas departure, blue strike 5316, passing 2,700, climbing 10,000 on the Fork 3.
Blue streak 5316, Lone Star departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 10,000, vectors to McL, then on course.
Climb maintain 10,000, after McL on course, blue strike 5316. Alright, flaps up. Speed checked. Okay then, speed 250.
Blue streak 5316, climb and maintain flight level 210.
Climb maintain flight level 210, blue strike 5316. Set, 210 checked. Okay, nice. Then let's just do direct McL. NAF, respectively FMS1. Man, definitely looks busy over here. If I'm looking at that TCAS, I suppose we're probably going above Love Field right now. Okay, we met all those altitude restrictions, no problem at all anymore.
American 795.
And here we go. Autopilot.
Approach, descend and maintain altitude 3,000 feet until established.
Down to 3,000 cleared for the ILS 357.
Alrighty.
American 795.
Reverse is disarmed, after takeoff checklist, cast checked, altimeters 3046, cross checked, after takeoff checklist complete.
Blue streak 5443, contact Fort Worth Center on 126.725.
Oh, that was the wrong button. NAV mode, please.
Blue streak 5443.
Envoy 3497, contact Dallas Tower on 124.9er. Blue streak 5316, climb and maintain flight level 270.
Climb maintain level 270, blue strike 5316.
Skywest 4999.
Set, 270 checked, and then we can start accelerating here. So, speed to 90. And we're going through 10,000, so that's gonna be the lights off and fasten belts. Yeah, well, let's wait until we're out of the turn here. But we are basically good to go. Alright, looking good, and fasten belts off. Respectively auto. Cool, so we've done pretty much everything we had to. So I'd say for now, sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight with us. And then I see you all when we start the approach into Birmingham Shuttleworth.
3016.
Altimeter 3016, Blue Strike 5360. Alright then, we are on vectors for a right and downwind for the ILS approach runway 24.
Descend and maintain 8,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 8,000, Blue Strike 5360. So as said, we're on the vector for the right and downwind for an ILS approach runway 24, and I'll get you over the entire approach in a moment over here. Generally speaking, there are no... what is that thing doing here? Generally speaking, there are no stars available over here, so it's always radar vector approach, which is exactly what we are doing right now. So now the question, what is my nav display doing? Something strange over here. Here we go, that's what we're looking for. Okay, good. Or almost good. Looks like I have a couple of problems with the Mobi flight profile. My apologies for that. Let's go ahead and close Mobi flight. Alrighty, in the meantime though, let's already go ahead and do a couple things for our approach. So, in terms of the approach briefing, we are going to start with an ILS approach into runway 24. Now we also have enough display again, nice. Okay, that's the approach. MSA 3700, field elevation is 640, so we can just add another 40 feet to our pressurization schedule down there. Now we're going right through 10,000 over here, so let's start pitching up a bit and reduce that speed towards 250, like that. Engines are on idle already, and then lights on, signs on, and that's it. And the reversers, of course, it's a CRJ after all. Alright, good. So we got all that stuff. Then let's have a look into the ILS. The frequency is 109.5, which is set active nav 1, nav 2, minimum 841, and we got 850 selected up here. Other than that, missed approach, climb to 1300, then climb right on 3000, direct Vulcan VOR, and that's on 3000, so that's going to be below the MSA, which is based on Vulcan as well. Okay, so nav source is already going to the localizer, frequency is set, and ident India Romeo Quebec Echo, or India Romeo Oscar Echo, is identified. Great. So with that, we've basically done everything for our setup, so let's just take a moment to run over to the right-hand seat and actually tell you what, I'm going to select lock 1 on this side, makes it easier. Alright, so let's take a moment to run over to the right-hand seat and run the approach briefing. So it's going to be a radar vector ILS approach from my 24, and the minimum is 850, so MDA, and 850 can be set on this side here as well, like that. Okay, we have alt capture. So missed approach right at 1300 feet to Vulcan VOR to pick up the holding over there, and extra fuel and time. Let's see, we are now arriving with 5,300, so we got about 20 minutes extra. Now the approach itself is going to be flown with flight rector guidance. Only flaps full is allowed in this airplane anyway, even though flight simmers have a tendency to do flap 30 landings on the CRJ, but no, that is actually not certified. Apart from that, nothing special, nothing non-standard, and stop margin is more than enough. We have like 12,000 foot runway available. Alright, questions or suggestions on the briefing? No? Beautiful. And that's our approach briefing completed. So approach checklist please. Pressurization, set, CAS, checked, altimeters, QNH 3016, and landing data is set. Approach checklist complete. I love it when things are easy. Why aren't all aircraft so easy to fly? The only thing that's missing here is an auto throttle. which would be a kind of nice addition. Blue Strike 5316, request further descent.
Strike 5316, descend at your discretion.
Descend at our discretion, Blue Strike 5316, thank you. Alright, then we'll go down to 2,700, which is where the approach starts.
Strike 5316, you're welcome.
Alright, so let's do 1,000 feet a minute over here. I suppose we are going to get the right hand turn any moment. I'm not going to do any PA right now. I think we are nicely and properly set up. Alright, so very quick check. We are beam the final approach point right now. We gotta lose, well, 5,000 feet, so we need like 15 miles. We got 10 miles for the base, so if they make us turn right within the next 5 miles or so, then we are absolutely fine. Blue Strike 5316 is ready to turn base.
Blue Streak 5316, turn left, heading 050 vectors for the ILS runway 24 approach.
I request a right turn heading 150 instead, Blue Strike 5316. I don't know why they are always turning you the wrong side.
14 miles from Hukiev, turn right heading 170, descend and maintain 2700 feet until established on the localizer. Cleared for the ILS runway 24 approach.
Right heading 170, descend and maintain 2700 until established. Cleared ILS 24, Blue Strike 5316. Thank you. Alright.
Blue Streak 5316, right turn heading 1.
Yeah. That was still an answer to the earlier request. Doesn't matter. Okay, so Hukiev on top. Execute, and that's looking fantastic. So it needs about 1,000 feet a minute here. Then let's give it 1,000 feet a minute, like that. So, a little bit outside the localizer range right now. That's not going to be too much of a problem. So, temperature is 9 degrees. Cowl anti-ice on. That's kinda silly heading. I'm gonna help myself. Blue Strike 5316, request heading 200.
Blue Streak 5316, right turn heading 200 approved.
Right turn heading 200 approved, Blue Strike 5316. Alright, that's making our life easier. So, speed to 30, all the rest is set, and we are receiving the localizer again, 20.6 miles out, ident is checked. That's all looking good. Now, just a quick check. That course is not indicating correctly. It's showing correctly, but... So let's just do a manual setup here real quick. (238), here we go. And with that, we've checked everything that we need for that approach. So why are you giving me lock 2? Lock 1, please. Thank you. Okay, localizer is armed. We are not receiving any glide slope just yet, so we'll just keep that switched off for the time being. A very quick look at the chart over here. Okay, 1.9 DME at the threshold. So then, speed 210. And there's the glide slope alive. Approach armed. And manual flight. So, slightly sharper intercept angle than usual. But that is not going to be any problem. Alt capture. What are you worried about? Okay, so we're approaching 10 miles out. Localizer capture. So set speed 180. Flaps 1. Speed checked.
Blue Streak 5316, contact Birmingham Tower on 119.9er.
119.9er, Blue Strike 6315. Birmingham Tower, Blue Strike 6315, established on the ILS 24. Flaps 8. That should bring the nose down a little.
Blue Streak 5316, Birmingham Tower, roger.
Okay, runway heading is set.
Blue Streak 5316, winds 320 at 10, runway 24, cleared to land.
Runway 24, clear to land. Blue Strike 5316. Excellent, landing clearance is received. So, still quite a bit of crosswind up here, but that's what making it fun, isn't it? No. Okay then, we're about 6 miles out. We're intercepting the glide slope. Speed 160 until 4 miles. And glide slope capture. Go around altitude 3000 set. So, current ground speed 170, so we need about 900 feet a minute to maintain the glide slope. That makes it easy to set everything. Alright then, gear down, flaps 20. So what's the final approach speed? 137, so we make that 142. And flaps full. Shut up, GPWS. Yeah, roughly stabilized. It's not the actual 1000 anyway yet. Okay, so final checklist. Cabin ready, thrust reverser. Armed, gear down, flaps 45, final checklist complete. Alright, and now we can finally focus on flying the airplane. Excellent. So, there's the runway in sight, and the puppy shows 3 whites. That is okay.
Approaching 24.
Checked. So, thank you very much once again to Orbex for providing me the Birmingham scenery. Developed by Fly Too High, and now I'm really excited to see what it's gonna look like.
Too fast.
No, we're not too fast.
Unstable. Unstable.
What are you talking about? I was 10 knots above the approach. The limit is 15. And what are you talking about? Continue. No. Simply no. Come on, shut up! How are you supposed to land an airplane like that? Alright, Thrust reverse and spoilers. $70 knots. Manual brakes, and we'll take the next exit on the left hand side. Note to myself, annoy Hans so that he disables the GPWS. That was a little annoying, to be honest. Lots of nonsense cautions there. Alright, and with that, welcome to Birmingham.
Blue Streak 5316, contact ground on 121.7.
121.7 Blue Streak 5316. Ground low Blue Streak 5316, request taxi to gate Bravo 2. While we're waiting, after landing procedures.
Blue Streak 5316, taxi to terminal gate B2 via Alpha 5 Alpha.
Bravo 2 via Alpha 5 Alpha, Blue Streak 5316. So an Alpha 5 Alpha to Bravo 2. So that's into here and then on the right hand side. Lovely, that's about as easy as it gets. Then let's see if we are able to get any GSX guidance here. And anti-ice off. Nope, doesn't look like it. Okay. So be it. So there's Bravo 4 over there, so we go a little bit further to the left and parking over there. If anyone of you knows where they do park in the real world, then do put it into the comments below, please. I'd definitely be interested, but I couldn't actually find any such data. Okay, so APU, waiting for the door to open. Here we go, and starting. Okay, Bravo 2, there it is. Looks like we do need a little bit of thrust to keep moving. Or a little bit more. Come on. Why does it need so much power? Here we go, better. Okay, so Bravo 2. Now, is that missing down here on the marker? In any case, here we are. So I'm just going to park ourselves on the line in front over there. Like this. Nice, parking brake is set, APU is available. Bleed over to the APU. Let's also turn that light off and shut down. 2, 1. Cabin crew, all doors and park. Okay, both engines are running down. Here we go, bleed is on the APU, we're gonna keep that stuff. Prop heat is coming off, and fasten seatbelts off. Fuel pumps are also going off. And the transponder goes off, and Squawk 2000. Like this, lovely. Okay, parking checklist. So, parking brake on, thrust levers shut off, fuel pumps off, ignition off, anti-ice off, low off, external lights set, hydraulics stay on, trims are centered, flaps 0, radar and transponder off and standby, nose wheel steering off, and that's the parking checklist complete. So let's go to the aircraft menu here, chocks in place, and get ourselves that jetway, please. Then we can open up down here, connect the ground power unit, like that, and, well, what's the outside temperature here? 5 degrees. Yeah, then we're definitely going to keep the APU. Well, my friends, and with that, welcome to Birmingham. I do really like flying into small airports like this one, especially when they got as high quality sceneries as this one has. So thank you very much once again to Orbex for providing me with the review copy of Birmingham. Thank you very much to Fly Too High for developing such a beautiful scenery in the first place. Definitely was an interesting approach along those mountains, quite the bit of turbulence. Again, the turbulence made us a little bumpy, but except for slightly losing that speed on the short final there, we've basically been within the stabilized approach parameters all over, so no idea why RAS went a little bit haywire there, or why the GPWS came with any cautions, except for the glide slope caution on the short final, but we were right on the puppy, so there was really nothing to complain about there. I guess it's a little mismatch between the glide slope and the puppy in the scenery, which could very well be. After all, we are using version 1.0 of the scenery here. But anyway, I do hope that you guys have enjoyed the flight as much as I did nonetheless. As always, leave your like, comment and subscribe in the video description and on the channel. You know that stuff, do you? And if you really love what I'm doing on this channel, I would appreciate a small donation through the Buy Me Coffee link in the video description below. Thank you very much for watching, and I'm looking forward to see you all again on the next one.